Hey everybody. I'm about 2 beers deep. We're here to talk about The Flash. Jordan, let's do a very quick non-spoilers. Because remember, this is a separate video.
What do you mean this is a separate video?
This is a separate thing. This is not going in the podcast.
With the spoilers.
We're going to do very quick, like 35 seconds. How'd you feel about it?
We've already said this.
That was in a different thing, though. This is separate.
Is this spoilers or not?
This is, but we're going to do a very quick... How'd you feel about it?
I didn't like it.
All right. I also didn't like it. Let's get into spoilers.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it. I didn't go in expecting anything.
You had no opinion of this movie.
No.
Going in.
Everybody said that it was going to be bad.
Well, not everybody. A lot of people said it was going to be good.
I didn't think it was as bad.
I'm going to need a Malteser.
As people made it seem like it was going to be.
It was exactly what I was expecting. I wasn't surprised at all.
I think it had some moments that were alright.
I have a list. I made a list while I was at work. Probably shouldn't have eaten right before I did this, huh?
Yeah, probably not.
But here we are. So my list, does this sound good? George Reeves, Adam West, Chris Reeves, and what's your face? Nick Cage. Those were the cameos.
Adam West is dead.
So is Christopher Reeve.
Was that actually Nicolas Cage, or did they just
I don't know. It definitely wasn't Christopher Reeve or Adam West.
Well, yeah.
Or George Reeves.
But they must have
It was like a weird CGI thing. It looks pretty good. For a guy who's been dead for 20 years.
Yeah, it was probably some...
And hasn't looked like that for 40 years.
Yeah, so I think the ending of the movie and the post-credit scene was probably...
I think the last 20 minutes was... That's all you really want to watch.
Right, so they go the entire movie... First of all, I didn't get the whole thing with his mom dying.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of dumb.
Well,
because somebody would have had to just run in. I know the whole other thing where it's like somebody stabs her so that he becomes the Flash, yada yada. Is that what you're gonna say?
About how it was like the reverse Flash from the future or whatever?
Yeah, explained.
The thing is, this movie is fucking bad.
Yeah.
Because it's based on Flashpoint, which is a fantastic story. And he gets sent to he ends up in another dimension or another timeline where what's Batman's dad's name?
Arthur.
Thomas Wayne. He's Batman because Bruce got shot, and his wife Martha is the Joker, and Thomas Wayne Batman has guns and he kills everybody and stuff, and Superman's locked up in this thing. It's great, and fucking Aquaman and Wonder Woman are at war.
So that's what they were trying to go for?
Well, that's what they were selling it on, because that's the only Flash story anybody knows.
See, I think it was they were trying to... Yeah, see,
but
that
none
actually
of that comes
sound
across.
No, it didn't.
The only thing they kept was time travel.
Right.
And they didn't do it very well, I would say.
Yeah, I think it's it kind of... Just stuff happens.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
at no point do you give a shit about anything that's going on.
It's not really characters that you care about.
Everything looked so bad. All the CGI looked horrible.
Yeah.
So at no point do you ever feel like, oh, this is a real world. You know, you watch Guardians of the Galaxy, which is way more out there than this in terms of CGI fucking space shit going on, and at no point are you taken out of what's going on. You're 100% invested in what's going on in the movie, even though it's so much more outlandish than this. Because this looks so bad. Or at least I was
I was
taken out of it.
The scene in the beginning when he's running?
All of it.
and it's like not even lining up.
That was
with
I fucking laughed.
Yeah.
When that happened, and then fucking Ben Affleck fucking flying after that truck, that looked horrible. You can tell the cape, like every single shot of that cape was fake. It looked so bad.
Yeah, it's also got Wonder Woman in it.
It does. Our favorite DC character.
Right. And then she has the honesty.
Yeah, that happened in Justice League, actually. Right. She did that exact same thing.
Right. And then
literally that exact same thing happened.
The Flash says, I don't know what sex is.
No, he knows what sex is. He's just never had it.
Right. I know what sex is. Yeah. Right.
So that was fun. That was a funny joke.
Was it?
Yeah, hilarious. And then Ben Affleck was just sort of standing there and he's like, yeah, we can leave now. We can go.
I did not laugh at that.
Yeah, it was hilarious. The whole theater laughed, Jordan.
So
Didn't you hear they had that
chuckles here and
stop?
There.
They had the movie stopped because they knew that everybody was going to laugh at that point.
They had the little signs that tell you to laugh and applaud.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing with his mom, I guess the whole thing was to save her. Then he fucked up everything. They get in this big battle, and you think like, then all of a sudden they're just like, there's nothing we can do. We just have to accept that mom's going to die. And then they just go back to how everything was in the beginning, minus the little twist.
Right, which we'll save until the end of spoilers. We don't want to spoil the spoilers until the very end. Because that sold... I'm going to give this movie 5 stars because of that.
Yeah, like the whole movie was crap except for the ending.
Yeah, seriously.
The ending was good.
Like, wait for this movie to come out and then just YouTube. Because that's all you need.
Or if you do...
Do not pay money for this movie.
How long was this?
Like 2.5 hours.
Just watch the last half hour of it.
If that, like the last 15.
Here's the thing with this movie is like as a whole, I didn't like it.
There are a couple of moments.
Yeah. And
that are like, oh, that was pretty cool.
I thought the scene with his mom in the grocery store.
That was nice.
Was very well acted.
Yes.
I thought that was a really sweet scene.
I don't think anybody in this movie is a bad actor.
No,
I think that what they're doing is just like the direction they're getting.
It's just trying to do too much.
Is wrong.
Yeah.
Like Michael Keaton, I've said before, I do not like him as Batman, but he is a good actor.
Oh yeah.
And he does well with the material he's given.
I think they like maybe tried to be a little bit too funny with this movie.
Well, because the Flash is supposed to be like this fun, light character.
Right. But, I mean, you'd think like, I don't know, they kind of make it look like Bruce Wayne when he's Michael Keaton. That's just kind of like gone a little crazy.
Yep.
Like, but like, I feel like he wouldn't like...
do that?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, he did turn into Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
And then turned into George Clooney.
Oh, you just spoiled it.
Well, in that universe. Yeah. In the Michael Keaton universe. Like, because that's all the same universe.
Ugh. I mean, it's not, but...
No, it is. Like, those 4 movies are all the same. They're all set in the same continuity. Even though fucking Billy D. Williams was replaced with Tommy Lee Jones for Two-Face. So that's pretty cool, I guess.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No, I think Tim Burton should have just done a third one.
I think Tim Burton should have done a Nicolas Cage Superman movie.
If he does the Nicolas Cage Superman movie, I would definitely go see that.
I would watch it.
Yeah.
They would get that's like $25 right there.
To film the movie?
No, from us, because we'll go see it.
Oh, yeah.
We're guaranteed to go see it.
Right, guaranteed.
So
guaranteed
$25.
$25. Wow.
I would pay extra to go see that. I would pay $20 a ticket to go see that.
I wonder if they'll make that a thing.
They absolutely won't.
I don't know. I mean, not a whole lot of people know about the Nicolas Cage.
I
mean,
think
a lot
that's
of people do, but
relatively famous.
I brought it up to somebody. They were like, what?
The second I saw Superman fighting that spider, I knew that was Nicolas Cage. The second I saw the giant spider.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either. I wasn't expecting any of that. I was fucking Adam West to show up. I mean, he wasn't there for very long. It was just like a glancing shot.
But anyways, mom getting stabbed, that like...
It does not make any sense in the context of this movie.
No one stole anything.
Right.
Her dad was there in 5 seconds. The whole reason she wasn't going to get stabbed was because he had to go to the grocery store. And then he's there right after she gets stabbed, which means some guy who stabbed her, if she didn't stab herself, had to book it out of the house real quick. But why would it matter if the dad was there? You know?
Yeah.
Not getting the tomato?
They
So
made a big
it was
emphasis on him wearing a hat. So I thought at the end the thing was going to be like he was going to take the hat so that you could see it was him. But then they just moved the fucking tomatoes.
Well, no, it's because he was looking down. Yeah, so they put the
So
tomatoes
I thought
on the
they were
top
going to
shelf.
take the hat away. Because they take the shot of him like taking the hat and stuff. They
No.
put a big emphasis on the hat. Is
I didn't
what I'm
notice
saying.
the hat. I just noticed he was looking down in the video, and that was what they literally just say. That's why they can't.
Yeah, I know, but if
But,
he hadn't been wearing the hat, also you would have been able to see his face because the brim of the hat was the thing that was in the way.
And also, like, I feel like, I don't know. I thought it was like a lot of it was really cheesy.
Yep.
Just that the writing behind his dad being in jail, and them thinking that he killed his wife. I just thought that whole thing was just like kind of dumb.
There's no. You would have to throw out like every piece of DNA evidence because he lives in the house.
Yeah.
Like, of course his fingerprints are on the knife. It's his knife.
And he
called 911 immediately. Like, there's no reason for him to have done. There's no motive. There was no like, oh, we're going through a divorce or any, like there was nothing.
Yeah, I know.
There was no reason. There's no way he would have
like
been
he was all
prison.
nice, and then all of a sudden he's just like fucking stabs her for no fucking reason.
Like, and then you can see like even in the video, like yeah, you can't see his face, but like those are his clothes.
Yeah.
Like the police would have shown up
And also
and seen him in these clothes and then been like, oh yeah, there's a guy who looks almost exactly like you, but he's looking down.
Yeah, and,
like obviously it wasn't you.
And also they could have gone to the grocery store and been like, was this guy here? And like, I don't know, when
they could have checked the fucking car and been like,
yeah,
oh, it was on like 30 minutes ago. Like obviously it had been used. Like
asked any of the neighbors. Like the fact that nobody saw him out and about in the grocery store. It's like, I don't know if you've ever watched like, you know, on the news when they're like, the suspects were blah, 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 and it's showing the security footage.
Yeah.
It follows them around the whole fucking building they're in, usually. It shows them coming in.
Yeah, there's more
shows
than
them, like,
one camera.
It's like the one camera and it's
like, I
broken.
understand it was like 20 years ago or whatever, but like, they had more than one camera.
Well, how old's the Flash in the new one?
He's in his 20s? Mid-20s? So it would have been like 15 years ago. They had fucking cameras in grocery stores 15 years ago.
Yeah, because when he went back in time, he was 18.
And he was like 8
And he thought that was his.
when his mom was stabbed.
Yeah, that whole thing was dumb.
Yeah, this movie doesn't make any sense because it's fucking bad.
Also, like, what they fly to Russia where a female
Supergirl.
that was Supergirl?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. She's
Kara Zor-El.
She's chilling.
Well, it's like
I don't know what they had her in.
The thing, it was like a Red Sun thing. The things they chose to take over from Flashpoint are like the things that don't matter. Like it's fucking weird what they chose to keep and what they threw away.
Why can't they just like basically make a shot for shot movie of the graphic novel? Is it a copyright thing?
No.
Because they could buy like the rights from the guy, right? Make a movie out of it.
Well, the thing is, I think DC owns all the rights to everything. Like I think that's how Marvel and DC work. Is if you make something for them, they own the rights.
Right.
Like it doesn't matter. Which is kind of a shit deal when you're whoever made Superman, you get paid like $125 for it.
Because you already have the whole storyboard drawn out.
Right.
So just shot for shot, same thing as the graphic novel.
Well,
like,
I understand. Well, you know, it is also a pretty long story.
But it's not like they were cutting shit out, you know what I mean? And trying to fix it.
It is very convoluted. I don't know. You definitely couldn't put all of it in because there's a lot of weird shit. But they've definitely done it with the animated movie because they made an animated Flashpoint. They did Flashpoint on the TV show The Flash on the CW.
They've already like done it.
Yeah, that's cool. So do something else. Don't do the time travel thing.
But also, I think they were trying to be like the last Spider-Man movie that came out.
Oh, definitely. Well, this movie was fucking done like 4 years ago.
So what?
They filmed this in like 2019. Legitimately.
So this was before the Spider-Man one.
Yeah.
Before that even shot.
Yeah. This movie has been done for like years. Legitimately. It was supposed to come out in like 2016, and then it kept getting pushed back. But I can look up when it started filming. But it's been like done for over a year. It's crazy.
Then the Spider-Man one would have been kind of copying that, but did it better.
Yeah. I mean, everything's doing that. That's just the way everything's going. The Flash start of filming. Here we go. When did it start? When did The Flash start filming? The film's release was pushed back, and filming was what?
Yeah, I don't think it's that it was done. I think they just continued to.
No, it was done like a year ago, because they delayed it because of what Ezra Miller was doing.
Yeah.
But they had everything shot for like 2 or 3 years, easily, and they had been working on it for longer than that. This movie's been in production hell for like 5 years. That's why I said it didn't exist. That's why I said I didn't think it was a real movie, because it's been pushed back like year after year after year after year. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid.
Because of the Hawaii thing?
That was just the latest thing.
Oh, there's a string of like...
There's just like a string of like, we're not releasing this. This isn't a thing. Actually, we're lying. It is a thing. We've been working on it for 4 years. It's like, why didn't you release anything about it? It's like,
Also, some of the scenes were just kind of dumb.
I would say most of the scenes were kind of dumb.
The scene with the babies falling out of the tower, that was very reminiscent of something that the mall scene.
Yep.
In Wonder Woman.
Our favorite.
Yes,
movie.
Of course. She was the best part in the whole movie.
Yeah.
When she shows up.
That 35 seconds she was on screen.
Yeah. Best part.
I was waiting for a Henry Cavill Superman cameo.
Like, I cringed so hardcore once Wonder Woman popped in. I was like, yes. It was good. And there's a lot of cringe in this movie.
Yeah, this movie's bad.
It's
I guess Supergirl was cool. Too bad she was in it for like 15 minutes and didn't really do anything.
No, she kicked the shit out of these people.
Yeah, for a little bit.
The fight scenes looked kind of fake too.
Yeah.
Except for the one part which I thought was cool when the alien dude was like, you haven't brought me what I want, so it's considered an act of war, and he just slits his throat.
Yeah. Which we didn't see. They cut away.
Oh, you want to see the blood?
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn. This was like Man of Steel, because all that shit happened in Man of Steel. This was like if you took all of the shittiest parts of Man of Steel and condensed them into like 25 minutes. It was so... Oh, man.
Wait, so he puts the can of soup
right
to save his mom so his dad doesn't have to go back to the store so that somebody's not going to come in. I've been trying to make sense of that. It's been going over in my brain a lot.
The thing they explain it in the animated movie, probably in the comic, I haven't read it, because fuck that, is that the way they explain it is when you go faster than the speed of sound, you break the sound barrier, you create a sonic boom that propagates out.
Mm-hmm.
When you break the time barrier, you also create like a time boom almost. And that affects things like further past where you went, right? So things that happened before he went back to save his mom are affected because of this time boom. And yeah, that doesn't make sense, but also it's an explanation. You know?
Yeah.
Instead of fucking spaghetti or whatever was going on.
Okay.
That's
all I have to say.
Well, let me check my list. I have a lot to say on this. The suit looks weird.
Suit looks pretty bad.
The running looks pretty weird. We already talked about that. Michael Keaton was fucking dumb. I'm glad he got his shit pushed in. Like, come on. You're telling me that 71-year-old Michael Keaton is gonna fight a fucking super alien that can fly and shoot lasers, and that fight's gonna last longer than 0.1 seconds?
Yeah, he's in shape.
What? Prime Michael Keaton Batman couldn't do that. This guy's been out of the game for like 10 years. He's hiding in a fucking cupboard in sandals.
Yeah.
What? This movie, the Batwing was pretty cool though. How it would do that thing where it would turn,
Right.
but the cockpit would stay. That's pretty cool. I'll give him that. The Batwing, Batwing's the high point for me for Tim Burton Batman. Michael Keaton Batman suit looks pretty dumb as per usual. Very accurate to the old ones though. Supergirl was cool. That was nice. The Batman suits all look super fake. The Wonder Woman cameo was weird and gross. And then my last note, Jordan. George Clooney!
Yeah, which you've already spoiled.
Well, yeah, I was talking about a different thing, and then you sort of misinterpreted that as me spoiling it.
Oh. He's
So
the new one at the end of the movie.
George Clooney is officially the Batman of the DC universe, I guess. Which somebody said. This is from Mr. Sunday Movies on YouTube. He said that. This was like years ago. He said that he was hoping that at the end of this movie they trapped this version of the Flash in the George Clooney universe. It wasn't wrong.
No.
That's what happened. Wasn't super expecting that. Also, Robert Pattinson. Where's he?
That doesn't count as the
Yeah, well, I guess I bet Matt Reeves stepped in and said, we're not being part of this.
hopefully.
Maybe they'll do a Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie with Batman, and all of the Batmans will be connected. So wait, hold on, I have a question. So, in this we see all the different universes. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, we saw all the different universes, right?
Yeah.
Are they all the same?
No.
Are we gonna get a crossover?
A DC Marvel
Yeah.
crossover? No, probably never.
I bet we are. 10 years. Within the next 10 years. Disney's gonna buy Warner Brothers, and then we're gonna see a crossover. Guaranteed.
Well, you might see it. I'm not gonna go see it.
No, you're gonna go see it.
No.
You're gonna go see it. So anyway, that was the end of this video, I guess. Like and subscribe, do whatever. Fucking follow Jordan on the street if you see him. You know how it goes. Hasta mañana, everybody.